Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on now, let's go. On the ball. Flag, come on.
Wentz now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw is Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he fields it cleanly. Oh, the 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And that will... the offense as they take over. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a give to Fournette. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Lucy.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Lucy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And out now come the Eagles. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Wentz now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, jwashdb. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On the ball. 81. Black, come on. Listen.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Bortles going to throw. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Ooh, the juke. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
11. 380.
Shotgun down for Bortles. He's going to fire one. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, let's go. Check 44, check 44. Green 80, green 80. 77, let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
11B, 11B. 372. Move.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go.
Here's Ajayi. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On first down, Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
82.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. He's going to launch this thing way into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
A handoff to Fournette, and he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
372.
On second down, here's Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Now Bortles maybe with a free play. Shark's got it left side. And he's brought down after a good game. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
4 down, check. Green 80. Green 80.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Let's go.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All good.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's got room. Fournette, first down, still going. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles steps away. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
11. Set. Green 80.
Now Bortles. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Waiting for Tokyo. Hey, stat. Let's go. Great.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott on the left hash. Officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Lucy.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Lucy, let's go. 11B. 11B.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, spread left. Lucy.
Bortles now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 10-3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On second down, here's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Wentz. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jaguars getting set to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. 41 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Smack.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Wentz now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Throw left. 372.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. This is Ajayi. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
For Tokyo! 81, 81. Set, 480.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Lucy, Lucy. Here we go.
Bortles going to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Hank. 11B. Green 80. Lucy. Green 80.
Back to throw, Bortles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Now Sproles. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll begin the drive with a jive. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Let's go. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Great. Great 15.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Let's go. Great.
One final try now for Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars